Please start.
Good afternoon. With the permission of President of Organizing Committee of our Principal Sir Dr. Shaktibrata Brahmi, today we are going to start today's national webinar on entrepreneur opportunities in the fishery sector, organized by the Department of Industrial Fish and Fisheries with internal quality assurance cell of Acharya Prafulla Chandra College. During this COVID pandemic situation, we are trying to organize webinars as a platform to have faithful academic interaction that would help the young students as well as in their professional career. Fishery sector has an important role in the socio-economic development and employment generator. Currently, a huge number of entrepreneurs engage themselves in fish farming or fish trading activities and are contributing a lot of sustainable development in our country. So the objective of this, keeping in this mind that the objective of this webinar is to bring various interrelated stakeholders on one platform to discuss on various possibilities and the scope to promote entrepreneurship and employment generation through fishery sector. I am hopeful that this webinar would provide an opportunity for the students or young professional to interact with the eminent speaker to grasp some idea for how to be potential entrepreneur in fishery sector. With these few words, I conclude my introductory speech and we express our sincere gratitude to our principal sir and eminent invited speaker and inter-IQAC cell coordinator and our college. Lastly, but least, all the participants. Thank you all. Now I request our principal sir, Dr. Shaktibrata Bhomi, to deliver his inaugural address. Sir, please.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Audible and
Okay.
visible, sir.
Okay. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I, on behalf of Acharya Prafulla Chandra College, take the opportunity to welcome the distinguished speakers and all the participants to this today's national webinar on entrepreneurship opportunities in the fishery sector. This webinar is organized by the Department of Industrial Fish and Fisheries in collaboration with IQAC of this college. It's my privilege to convey my thanks and gratitude to Dr. Vijay Kali Mahapatra, Principal Scientist, ICAR, CIFE, Kolkata, Dr. Paramita Banerjee, Swant, Senior Scientist, ICAR, CIFA, Mumbai, Mr. Orchiman Lairi, Joint Director, MEPDA, Regional Division, Kolkata, and Shagat Ghosh, Subject Matter Specialist, Fisheries, Shashya Shamala Krishi Vigyan Kendra, Narendrapur, Kolkata, for being with us today as the speakers in the midst of their busy schedule. I must convey our thanks to the Honorable President and all the Honorable members of the governing body of the college, who always encourage and motivate us for exercising such academic activities. Now, thanks are also due to all the faculty members of the departments of Industrial Fish and Fisheries and the coordinator IQAC of the college for planning and organizing such a webinar. The subject Industrial Fish and Fisheries was introduced in the college in 1994 as a vocational stream under UGC grant for initial 5 years for offering vocational course at undergraduate level. The University of Calcutta accorded affiliation of this 3-year degree course to our college, and since 2000, Industrial Fish and Fisheries has been declared as the major course by the University of Calcutta. At present, this course is affiliated under the West Bengal State University, and this course has been considered as 3 years honors course since 2018. A large number of our students who passed from the college with industrial fish and fisheries pursued higher education with this subject in different universities of the country, like Annamalai University, Tamil Nadu, Cochin University, Cochin University of Science and Technology, Kerala, Vidyasagar University, West Bengal, Pondicherry University, Andhra University, Andhra Pradesh, Barkutullah University, Bhopal, Alegappa University, Tamil Nadu, Bharatesasam University, Tamil Nadu, so on and so forth. Now, a good number of ex-students of this department are well placed in various public and private sectors in India and abroad as well. We are proud that Mr. Archiman Lairi, Joint Director MEPDA, Regional Division Kolkata, is one of the speakers in this webinar. Few students of this department have established a successful entrepreneur in the fields of aquaculture, ornamental fishery, fish processing, fish feed, and aqua medicine. The college is named after the name of eminent visionary Acharya Prabhulla Chandra Rai. The great educationist, besides putting strength on universal literacy and basic education, advocated the women empowerment and wanted the development of indigenous industries through cultivation of entrepreneurial acumen of educated youth. And this webinar we would like to dedicate to Acharya Prabhulla Chandra Rai, great scientist, teacher, philosopher, and entrepreneur, to commemorate his 160th birth anniversary. It is to mention that this month, August, being the birthday of Acharya Prabhulla Chandra, birth month of Acharya Prabhulla Chandra Rai. Now, fisheries sectors play an important role in the socio-economic development of the country. It has become a powerful income and employment generator. And at the same time, stimulates the growth of a number of subsidiary, small, medium, important sector in Indian fisheries, not only providing nutrition and food security, also creating opportunities for entrepreneurship, income generation, self-employment, trade and commerce, and fish-related activities in India. With this sustained increments in fish production, the Indian fisheries sector constitutes about 6.3% of the global fish production. The sector contributes to 1.1% of the national GOP and to 5.15% of the agricultural GOP of the country. India is the third largest fish producing country in the world.
Kake.
About 10.76 million metric ton fish production in 2016 and about 15 million people are involved on it in different fisheries activities for their livelihood and revenue. Growth and development of fishery sector has huge potential to provide employment and entrepreneurship opportunities in many fields such as capture and culture fishery activities, fish processing, seed production, feed, transportation, cold chain, freezing, navigation, packaging, pharmaceutical, and leather. All these activities discussed in the coming hours by our distinguished speakers who are the experts in the field. I am confident that through the deliberations and discussions during coming hours, the participants, particularly our students, would be enlisted further on the importance and potential of the fishery sector. I hope coming few hours will be and not only today, tomorrow, this seminar will continue and we will enjoy tomorrow's session as well. So, I conclude my welcome address. Thank you.
আমার এখান থেকে কোনো সাউন্ডই পাবি না তুই, আমার এখানে কোনো
Now I
সাউন্ডই
request
পাচ্ছিস না।
Mrs. Majumta Lahiri to introduce
হ্যাঁ,
our
দাঁড়া।
first speaker, Dr. K. Mohapatra. Please,
কি
Majumta.
করে ইউটিউবে কি বলছিস? ভুল হচ্ছে তো, দাঁড়া তো। হ্যালো, বলতো এবার দেখা যাচ্ছে নাকি? আমার ইউটিউব অফ করলে ক্যান্সেল হয়ে যাবে সব। আমার সব ইনপুটই বন্ধ করা আছে।
conducted by Acharya Prafullo Chandra College, Department of Industrial
না না, ভুল
Fisheries
হচ্ছে তো।
Studies. At first, I want to introduce Dr. Vijay Kali Mahapatra, Principal Scientist, ICAR, CIFT, Kolkata. Dr. Vijay Kali Mahapatra, Principal
তাহলে এক কাজ কর,
Scientist
চুপচাপ থেকে যাবে।
of Central Institute of Fisheries Education,
হ্যালো,
is an eminent
না না না
human being and well-known person
No.
to all of us. He completed his postgraduate and PhD
হ্যালো,
in zoological science with fisheries specialization
আচ্ছা
from
আচ্ছা, কথা বলছি না।
University of Calcutta. Dr. Mohapatra specially trained on artificial tank fish culture from Israel. He has
আচ্ছা
been
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে।
engaged in teaching, research and extension activities
আমি ইউটিউব করে যাচ্ছি তাহলে।
related to aquaculture and fisheries for more than 30 years, 32 years. Earlier, he was worked as senior scientist at
দেখতে
ICAR
পারে
Research Complex, Shillong. Actually, he is
দেখ
a
এবারে সাউন্ড আসছে
versatile
নাকি দেখ।
person. He awarded, he is awarded so many
এখন
and
তো হওয়ারই
huge
কথা না,
award that cannot be counted.
এখন কোনোভাবে যে হবে না।
Dr. R.T. Doshi Award 2005, Professor D.N. Pandey Medal 2012, ICR CIFE Best Division Center, etc., etc., etc.
কোনো
He
সাউন্ডই
has
নেই আমার,
published 113
আমার ধারে কাছে কোনো
research
সাউন্ডই
papers,
নেই।
both in national and international journals. Author of 12 books, 33 book chapters, 63 popular articles, 9 technical bulletins, 80 training manuals, and so much. He developed different technologies for breeding and large-scale seed production of magur, chini, koi, barbs, etc. Now, over to Dr. Mohapatra for his listening, valuable speech, which will positively enlighten us and our students. Thanks, all of you.
Thank you, madam. Now, yeah. Opening file, it is taking some time.
Turn on your video. We can't see you.
I'm trying to open the file. File it is not opening. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Your video is also turned off. Why to turn on your video? We can't see you. I think he's facing some technical issues. Nandidi, can you call him up?
Yes, I'm calling. Just wait.
কি হলো গো?
ওনার ফাইল খুলতে প্রবলেম হচ্ছে। নদী ফোন করেছিল।
হ্যাঁ,
ফাইলটা খুলে করে আমি করছি। ওটা যে প্রেজেন্টেশন ফাইলটা কোনোভাবে বরফ থেকে দিচ্ছে। ও ইউজলেস।
আচ্ছা আমি আমি একটু বেরোচ্ছি, তাহলে আমি আবার পরে ঢুকবো,
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
বুঝলে?
ঠিক ঠিক আছে আচ্ছা। Yes, we have Dr. Mapata back with us.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, have you been able to open the file?
Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah.
হ্যালো, না ফাইলটা খুলছে না, বাকি তো গেছে।
ফাইল খুলছে না, তাহলে কি আপনি এমনি
না।
অডিও প্রেজেন্টেশন দেবেন?
আমার ভিডিওটা অন করতে যাচ্ছি, ওই ফাইলটাই খুলছে না। আমি হ্যাঁ বলুন। হ্যাঁ হচ্ছে না, ওটা সাপোর্ট নিচ্ছে না। আমি এক কাজ করতে পারি, আমি আমার এটাকে আমি পাঠিয়ে দিতে পারি শুভ্রকে, ওই
হ্যাঁ
তো
হ্যাঁ,
ওখান থেকে ওপেন করতে পারে, তাও হতে পারে।
ওকে স্যার, হ্যাঁ আপনি তাই পাঠিয়ে দিন।
হ্যাঁ ফোনের ভিডিও অফ করা আছে, অন করেছি আমি, ওটা তো অন করি।
স্যার আপনার ভিডিওটা কিন্তু অফ, আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি না আপনাকে।
এই তো ইয়ে করা আছে, আমার অন করাই আছে, দুটো স্পিকার অন আছে, আমি সেটাই বলছি।
হ্যাঁ,
স্পিকার
অন
অন,
আছে।
ভিডিও অন, দুটোই অন আছে।
না, কিন্তু আমরা কি দেখতে পাচ্ছি না, জাস্ট আপনার মুখটা দেখাচ্ছে। আপনি একটা করবেন না, জয়েন করার সময় জয়েন উইথ ভিডিও অপশনটা দেয়, আপনি তো সেটা অ্যাক্টিভেট করেননি, হতে পারে। আপনি একবার বেরিয়ে গিয়ে ঢুকবেন, আর এবার খেয়াল করবেন যে জয়েন উইথ ভিডিও একটা অপশন দেয়, সেইটা করবেন।
দেখাচ্ছে না?
না, আপনি বেরিয়ে একবার ঢুকুন, আর এবার খেয়াল রাখবেন জয়েন উইথ ভিডিও অপশনটা যদি আসে।
আমি পাঠিয়ে দিচ্ছি, এক্ষুনি পাঠিয়ে দিচ্ছি।
আচ্ছা,
আমি দেখি দুটো, ও দুই ভাবে দেখাবো আর কি। হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ ঠিক।
আমার তো আমি আপনাকে তো সব দেখতে পাচ্ছি, কিন্তু
হ্যাঁ
আমি আপনাদের দেখতে পাচ্ছি না, প্রথম থেকেই
হ্যাঁ,
দেখছি।
না না, ওই বুঝি আপনার তার মানে যেটা হচ্ছে আপনার ওয়েবক্যাম ঠিক আছে, কিন্তু
কেন অফ তো
জয়েন
করার
ভিডিও যেটা
কথা,
হয়।
ওকে ঝামেলা করলো।
আচ্ছা, আপনি কাকে মেল করেছেন?
আচ্ছা দেখছি।
আচ্ছা, মেল কি আপনি আমাকে করলেন, কাকে করলেন প্রেজেন্টেশনটা? আচ্ছা, প্রেজেন্টেশনটা কাকে মেল করেছে? আচ্ছা করুক, ঠিক আছে। শোন শোন, উনি বলুক, হ্যাঁ আমি করুক। শোন, আর কত রকম করেছি। একদিন আগে একদিন ব্লুটুথ স্পিকার দিয়ে চালিয়ে যায় না, একদিন কল রেখে তার ব্লুটুথ স্পিকার দিয়ে পেয়ে চালিয়ে, এমনও হয়েছে। ঠিক আছে, পাঠাক, দেখি পাঠাক, পাঠাক দেখি। Dr. Bopatro, are you there? Dr. Bopatro has sent me the file, but it's pretty large. It's getting downloaded as of now. What we can do is we'll make the presentation from our end and he can deliver his lecture.
প্রেজেন্ট করে ফেলছে না এলো আর একটুখানি 2 মিনিট দেখি 2 মিনিট দেখি আর ও যদি পারে তো ইয়ে করো ও ডাউনলোডটা করো আমার কেন দেখাচ্ছে না আমিও সব আপনাদের দেখতে পাচ্ছি না তো নেই না তো কোথায় রাখা যাবে প্রেজেন্টেশনটা কোথায় রাখা আছে প্রেজেন্টেশন দেখতে আছে হুম
Dr. Bopatro?
নিচে নিচে তো শোনা যাচ্ছে হ্যালো
ডক্টর মহাপাত্র, আচ্ছা ফাইলটা ডাউনলোড করেছি।
দেখুন
আপনারটা বোধহয় এটা গুগল স্লাইডসে। এবার আমার যেটা হয়, আমি যেহেতু হোস্ট, আমি প্রেজেন্ট করলে আমি ফুল স্ক্রিন মোডে চাইতে কাউকে এখন অ্যাডমিট হচ্ছে হয় না। আমি ওটা নন্দিকাদিকে ফরওয়ার্ড করেছি। হ্যাঁ, কারণ আমি হোস্টিং এর সঙ্গে এই গুগল স্লাইড করলে এটা অসুবিধা, কারণ এই পরে অ্যাডমিট হচ্ছে, তো আমি হোস্টিং মোডে থাকলে ওটা থেকে বেরিয়ে যাই।
আর একটুখানি দেখুন এক সেকেন্ড
হ্যাঁ, আচ্ছা আপনার এটা আপনার কাছে পাওয়ার পয়েন্ট ভার্সন নেই না?
হ্যাঁ
আপনার কাছে এটা পাওয়ার পয়েন্ট ভার্সন নেই না? এটা তো গুগল স্লাইড দেখছি।
না না না
আচ্ছা ফাইন, আচ্ছা ফাইন দেন। আচ্ছা আমি স্টার্ট করছি। আচ্ছা না, আমি স্টার্ট করছি। আপনি খালি একটা করবেন, আপনি তাহলে জাস্ট নেক্সট বলতে থাকবেন, আমি তারপর পরের স্লাইডে যাব। ওকে?
কিন্তু আমার ভিডিও দেখা যাচ্ছে না
না না, আমি এখন প্রেজেন্ট নাও করছি আপনার স্লাইডটা। আপনি নেক্সট স্লাইড বলবেন, তারপরে নেক্সটে যাব। ঠিক আছে?
কিন্তু আমি যদি না দেখতে পাই
না, আপনি একটু আমি দেখুন, আপনি দেখুন, দেখতে পাচ্ছি না, আমি প্রেজেন্ট করছি, দেখুন।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে
ঝামেলা হচ্ছে, এবার কিন্তু আমি একটা বই রাখছি, এরপর তাহলে কেউ অ্যাডমিট হবে, কাউকে অ্যাডমিট করতে পারবো না। সেইটা একটা হবে না আমার একটা ঝামেলা।
স্যার প্রেজেন্টেশনটা আপনি শেয়ার করুন
হ্যাঁ,
শেয়ার করুন দেখে নিন প্রেজেন্টেশনটা শেয়ার করুন দেখি খুলছে না It's open it. Post করছে
দেখা যাচ্ছে?
হ্যাঁ দেখা যাচ্ছে
আচ্ছা,
স্যার
আপনি বলতে থাকুন। হ্যাঁ আপনি বলতে পারবেন আমি
স্ক্রিনটা ফুল করে দিন স্যার,
হ্যাঁ
ফুল স্ক্রিন করে দিন।
আমি কিন্তু ফুল স্ক্রিন দেখছি আচ্ছা 1 মিনিট দাঁড়ান
ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে,
আমায় কিন্তু এখানে ফুল স্ক্রিন দেখাচ্ছে ঠিক আছে
হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে,
ঠিক আছে ফাইন ঠিক আছে আপনি শুরু করুন স্যার
ওকে। Good afternoon, everybody. And sorry. Yeah. Hello. Am I audible, sir?
yes sir you are audible
Yeah. So today my presentation. So thank you to the organizer for giving me the opportunity
আমি
for
আমি কিন্তু আলফা
presentation
বলে দিলাম হ্যাঁ
for make a presentation on biofloc fish farming for entrepreneurship development. So next. Yeah. Why biofloc system in fish culture? We know that a huge feed wastage in the fish farming, and as per actually calculation, about 70 to 80% of the feed given to the fish remain in the pond as a sediment. And also the toxic residue accumulation of the ammonia and hydrogen sulfide threat to culture fish. And moreover, intensification of fish is limited in conventional method of farming. In biofloc fish culture, the availability of the microbial protein is more valuable for fish growth and survival. The digestibility of the microbial protein is also considerably higher than the feed protein because of the presence of the enzyme in them, and sustainable method of the control of the water quality in the biofloc system. Next. In biofloc technology of aquaculture, manipulation of the microbial community is carried out under control condition and improving the water quality through removal of the toxic nitrogen and increasing feed utilization through stimulating digestive enzyme activity, and enhancing the biosecurity and health management through the zero or less water exchange and possible probiotic effect. Next. Then what is biofloc? We know that biofloc are the heterogeneous macroaggregation mixture of the suspended material in the water column, which constitute the consortium of the floc forming bacteria, microorganism, diatom, plankton, filamentous microalgae, protozoa, rotifera, fecal matter, and uneaten food. And it is mainly formed by the metabolism of the heterotrophic bacteria by consuming the organic carbon and inorganic nitrogen. And basic principle is the retention of the waste and its conversion to biofloc as a natural food within the culture system. Next. So then biofloc already mentioned that the definition, if we can also coined as a macro aggregation of the diatom, macroalgae, fecal plates, exoskeleton, remain of the dead organism, bacteria, and invertebrate, and that is together only termed as the biofloc. And actually feed it is recycling. How it is that we limit the water exchange and also organic residue accumulate, and we mix and aerated the ideal condition for bacteria, and bacteria control the water quality, and fish eat bacteria and feed is recycled. So in this way it is in the biofloc system. And basic requirement of the biofloc system, it is an activated suspension technique, and it needs constant aeration and agitation to allow the aerobic decomposition and maintain high level of the microbial floc in the suspension in the feed system. That means always some activation it is required. And how it is formed? The formation of the biofloc mainly depends on the carbon and nitrogen ratio. The ideal carbon and nitrogen ratio is about 10 to 20:1. The size of the biofloc ranges from 20 to 100 micron, and average protein level is 15 to 20%. And in presence of sunlight, generally that is green floc is formed, and without that sunlight, that floc, it is the brown floc. Next. Feeder fishes, the microbial protein has a higher availability than the feed protein. you know, that filter feeder fish, that is tilapia or other fish, like they are the fish which are filter feeder, they are actually ideal for the biofloc fish farming. Next. And in the biofloc system, how that cycle is maintained, that in generally the waste from the food or fishes, that is uh, ammonia, are being formed, and through the help of the bacteria, that nitrosomonas and nitrococcus, it is transformed into nitrite, and the normal way it will go to the as a nitrates and nitrogenous gas. And when we are supplying the aeration, as well as we are supplying the carbon source, carbon and nitrogen, that is actually that flock material are being formed as a natural food in the pond environment. Next. This is the nutritional profile of the flock, because flock, we know it is a very rich in nutrient content, and where actually iron, it is around that 4,918 mg per liter. So likewise potassium, phosphorus, sodium, calcium, magnesium, zinc, that all the that nutrient are available in the flock. Next. Next. Benefit of the that biofloc technology, we know that it is we can culture the fish with a higher stocking density, and biofloc is a rich protein lipid natural source available for 24 hours. That means when as and when required, fish can eat the feed, and requires the low protein about 18 to 20%. That means in a general feed, that percentage is more than that, even 30% or above 30%. But in case of here that as because some protein it is coming from that biofloc, so that's why protein in the food it is required less percentage. And better feed utilization through the probiotic effect, because various bacteria are there that is help for the digestion of the fish, and enhance the growth performance and survival, and FCR also less than 1, and production cost lower by about 20%. That means in the if we culture the biofloc, that 20% that cost culture cost, it will decrease, and reduce the toxic metabolism. That is also another aspect in the biofloc culture system, and reduce the pathogen and minimum water exchange. And sometimes it is, though we are telling that 100% water exchange for the total culture, that less than 100%. That means if we culture in a 10,000 that liter of water, and they are even the total culture period less than 10,000 liter of water is required. Next. How biofloc is maintained? That means that a carbon source serves as a substrate for the operating biofloc system and production of the microbial protein cell. Chief source of the carbohydrate such as molasses, jaggery, wheat flour, tapioca flour, corn flour are applied, aiming to maintain a high CN ratio and control the nitrogenous compound in the system. And normally the low protein diet containing high CN ratio are used to maintain the biofloc in the system. And based carbon source, we know this is cheaper, and also it is available cheaper, and 50% almost that carbon it is present in the molasses. So generally we are using that molasses. Next. Next. Yeah. And this is the simple way for the calculation of the carbon and nitrogen ratio, what is popularly known as the CN ratio. Generally we are in a 1,000-liter culture tank, that indicates 2 mg per liter. 10 means that is 2 gram per 1,000 liter. So that is that way easily we can, if the value it is come the 2 pm, that means 2 gram 10 it is present in the 1,000 liter of water. And if we want a CN ratio of 10:1 to 2 gram of the 10 in water, that means 20 gram carbon. And if molasses has 50% of the carbon content, then 1 kg of molasses represent 500 gram of carbon. So 20 gram carbon requirement will represent the 40 gram of molasses. And this is generally we need to check in the 2-3 days interval, and need to apply the molasses as per the need. Next. Now I am coming to that what we require, or what we need to think prior to set up the bioflux system. Economics is very important, and also nutrition will have to carefully observe, and biosecurity also is there, and system design also it is important in the bioflux system, and construction and monitoring and system control. If we able to arrange this, then only we can think for the bioflux system. Next. Now we are coming to the bioflux. That is what is where we can do the bioflux. Bioflux we can do in the anywhere, either in the pond, that means natural pond also we can do, even also in the sewage system. But now actually that in our artificial that tank that we are in the our syntax tanks, or in the tarpaulin tank or cement system also we can also do. The construction and maintenance of bioflux in this tank is very easy, and average lifespan of the actually this tarpaulin tank it is 5 to 7 years, and generally that conventionally we are using that 10,000 liter our tarpaulin tank, which in which the diameter it is 4, and also 5 ton capacity, that is for the 5,000 liter, that diameter it is required 3. Next, yeah. And also circular fiber tank are being also used for the bioflux fish culture. Next. Also cemented tank, generally the circular in nature, that also we are using for the bioflux culture. Next. Bioflux farm with the tarpaulin tank. Now actually it is coming in a big way, and this is one of the that our bioflux farm. It is mainly it is through tarpaulin only it are being managed. Next, sir. So now for the one by one I am coming. That is that aeration tube. That is types of aeration tube. There are basically the 3 types of aeration tube are being used. One is the nylon, another is plastic, and third one is silicone. And some advantage is there. Generally that nylon that air tube we can use, but silicone also though it is expensive, but their lifespan is more. Next. So this is the pipe connector. Different of the pipe connector are being used for connecting the air pipes. Next. This is different kind of air stone are also used, but what we need to see that more fine bubbles is formed for the more efficient it is for the flux formation. An ideal air stone is about 2 inch in diameter and maybe round or stick type. It is that air stone it is essential for the bioflux. Next. Aeration pump, that we already discussed that in the bioflux system, the turbulent mixing is essential in the bioflux system. Solid must be suspended always in the water column, and without mixing the bioflux, settle out of the suspension may form the piles that rapidly consume the nearby oxygen. And these anaerobic zone can lead to the release of the hydrogen sulfide, methane, and ammonia that are highly toxic. So ideal aeration pump for the 10,000 liter, at least 75 to 80 liter per minute. That means this capacity we should care when we need to actually set the aeration pump. Next. We can the best use for a big actually bioflux farm, that air blower, and air blower is more useful for large scale bioflux fish farming. So we can use the actually air blower instead of air pump to actually so that our culture bioflux culture will be more actually remunerative. Next. And just to erect that tarpaulin tank, we need to arrange some the iron mesh actually, that the GI mesh or the zinc galvanized hot dipped iron mesh it is preferred, and hot dipped mesh is more strong and rust free, long life and durable, and generally that 3-inch and 3-inch mesh is generally used, and also apply a frame to mesh to spread the trace on tank from any side, and the normal height it is 4 feet. Now next. And also you need to arrange some geomembrane sheet, and that sheet are used for protect the tarpaulin from the iron wire mesh, and it should be UV protected for the long life. Next. Next. Now I'm coming to the how we can easily set up the tarpaulin tank, and only just before the circular shape can be done by tying a nail in the center and drag to periphery with a thread, and the brick is joined by cement and sand mixture. So now that construction of a biofloc tank, it is going on. That's what I'm showing. Next. Next, yeah. So now that step 2, preparation of water supply and drainage line, and central drainage is made to drain the water, and inclination is also made to easily drain the water, and the bottom is made smooth with soft sand and soil. Next. This is that tank construction is going on. This infrastructure are being created in the Sargachi Ramakrishna Mission. This is that is in Murshidabad. Next. And this is the bottom finish, because in the biofloc tank generally some mistake we are doing, that bottom we are erecting some pipe, and through that perforated pipe, that total drainage of the actually sludge, it is not possible. So we have modified that thing, and there are only some basin finish type we are using, and so that easily that sludge we can drain out. That is our arrangement. Next. So one sump pit is actually used, where actually the drain pipe are open, and with the outlet pipe maintained as per the water column of the height, or with the gate valve, so that the water we can regulate from the biofloc tank. When it is required, we can easily drain out, because a central drainage, it will help to drain out the water as well as some sludge also. Next. So arrangement of the GI mesh, I already mentioned. Next. This is actually that arrangement is going on just to strengthen. Next. Also bamboo made frame for the biofloc tank, also in the village where bamboo it is easily available, that way also biofloc tank are being arranged, and also culture is also going on. Next. This is the arrangement of the aeration that system. That aerator we can use, I already mentioned, at least that air pump having the capacity for the 10,000 liter of water, at least 80 to 85 that liter per minute, that oxygen requirement it is required. And actually after that, immediate after the air pump, some venturi also we need to arrange. This is the venturi, and so that actually that efficacy of the aerator will be increased. Next. This is where that pipeline also it is arranged, and that complete tank, that biofloc tank, where also that due to that sufficient aeration, some agitation also it is there in the water. Next. Next. Yeah, this is a shade over the tank, so individually or also. Next. Also that tank arranged under the common shade, so with the bamboo frame and also agriculture net, and that also you can arrange. And now another aspect I'm coming, that construction of the concrete tank, how we can construct. So this is the arrangement of the concrete tank. Actually some bottom it is that clear, that perfect bottom clean system we need to arrange, and that's why that bottom are, you see that one is this is the initial tank, then it is finished tank. Here actually the bottom clean system are being arranged, and so that they are sludge when it is required, as and when required, we can easily drain out the sludge from the culture system. Next. Even a rectangular tank also are being used for our bioflocs, and that's why the construction of that rectangular tank in the cement concrete tank also it is there. And this tank actually it will serve the both the purpose for the biofloc as well as in the bottom clean system also, because that bottom clean system it is there in the biofloc system, so we need to follow properly, and so that sludge if we remove, then most of the problem what it is occurring in the biofloc tank, that will not occur. Next. This is the calculation of water volume, how we can calculate. Simple actually, that pi r square is, and same thing, just I make one table so that easily it can understand. Yeah. Next. And here actually that measure what we require, because many of us, those who are doing even our that fish culture nowadays, even they are from different discipline. So 1 ppm actually it means the 1 mg per liter, and 1 cubic meter we know that is 10,000 liter of water, and 1 cubic feet that is 28.317 liter. So this actually it is required while calculating the volume of the water. Next. So now this material, what it is required for the biofloc, that is a salt it is required, dolomite required, molasses required, and probiotic. These are the 4 that main ingredient what it is required for the preparation of the biofloc. Next. Next. Yeah. Yeah. Now that use of salt in a biofloc preparation, for floc formation, we need the raw salt, and also generally we need to care that iodine-rich salt are harmful to the floc as it is harm to the bacterial proliferation and the metabolism. So we need always the raw salt, that is unprocessed salt and uniodized salt, and that is we need to take care. Next. Dolomite we are using is an anhydrous carbonate mineral composed of calcium magnesium carbonate and ideally calcium magnesium carbonate. For maintaining the alkaline pH, and dolomite is used, and apply dolomite at the rate of 100 ppm when the pH is less than 7. So generally that their dose also you can adjust according to the pH of the water. It is available in the powder form, and always apply mixing with the water. Next. And molasses is the chief source of carbon, already mentioned. Generally, it is 50% for the carbon source it is present. Next. Generally, that many probiotics are there. These are the 2 probiotic what we are generally use, but other many probiotics are there. Next. So these are the actually that causative that bacterial strain used in the probiotic, because many probiotic it is there. If some this qualitative bacteria remains present, then your floc formation as well as culture success will be there. Next. This is preparation of the that culture, how we can prepare. Generally, the 2 methods are being followed. One is actually fill the tank with the groundwater, because we need to prefer the groundwater, because pond water if we use, even some bacteria, some good and bad bacteria may be present, and that may hamper for the floc formation. So that's why we prefer to use the groundwater. And initially for the 10,000 liter of water, that water need to fill up, then mix with the raw salt 1 kg. That means 1 gram, that 1 ppt or 1 gram per liter. That means 10 kg that salt it is raw salt it is required for 10,000 liter of water. And then we need to start the aeration and keep the tank for 1 day. This is the protocol. And next day we can stop the fish, targeted fish. And after 12 hours, maximum 1 to 2 days of the fish stocking, apply then the probiotic, the 250 gram probiotic with 500 gram of molasses. And after 1 to 2 days, depend upon the probiotic strength, and floc will appear. Then another method, and here actually the method 1, we generally apply the probiotic after the fish stock. And here in the method 2, that fill the tank with the water. Again, sir, repeat. Previous slide, yeah. And after that, raw salt we need to apply. Then after that, apply the probiotic and activated probiotic. Generally, that probiotic strength in the floc will appear. Then after that only we need to stop the fish. So the 2 ways. One is before the fish stock, we need to apply the probiotic, and another is that after the fish stock, that probiotic we may apply. Next. Yeah, now we are coming to the determination of the flock volume. It is also important. And biofloc system, the flock can be determined by the EMOP cone, and also fill the culture tank water from the aeration point up to the mark given in the EMOP cone. That is 1 liter. It is a capacity, and we need to keep 20 to 30 minutes for the sedimentation, and after that count the volume as per the EMOP cone here. Next. And the flock volume generally maintained by adding the molasses if it is less, and also sometimes that when it is high, we need to drain out the water, or to minimize the feeding, or so that the fish will eat the flock, or drain out the up to 1,000 liter to control the flock density. So these are the two methods. One is adding by the our some molasses, then we can increase the flock volume. Next. This is actually when we need to prepare, you need to some that flock may also less or flock that time only that FCO, that fermented organic carbon, we need to prepare, and that's and for that only we need we need to some 50 gram for 10,000 liter of water, 50 gram probiotic, and 150 gram of molasses, and that we need to keep in a some container, that is maybe it is a 20 liter capacity, and there will be on the 10 liter water, and some small portion of the even also salt also we may add, and we need to aerate them so that it will be fermented, and that activated actually one we need to apply in the pond, so that easily that thing will come, actually flock will appear easily. Next. This is the composition of the flock, already different places we mentioned. Next. Again that flock, that the qualitative analysis of the flock material. Next. And different fish species we can culture, and we already mentioned that only those who are having the large intestine filter feeding apparatus or the filter feeding apparatus they should actually have, so that they easily filter the flock from the water. Omnivorous habit and digestive system adaptable to the better assimilate the microbial particles. Next. These are the different fish species that even that tilapia, pangas, even IMC, magur, tengra. So different fish species we can culture in the biofloc system. Next. Next, yeah. So these are the candidate species for the biofloc farming. Even prawn also easily we can culture in the flock, and that also are being cultured. Next. These are the different stocking density. Generally, and 4 to 5 liter one fish, 4 to 5 liter it is required. Next. So this is the different size of the feed for the different stages of the culture, because when the fish is a small size, and we should care for the feed, because sometimes we feel that fish are not eating, but what feed we are supplying we should take care, and that fish may be unable to eat. So that's why as per the fish size, the number of fish per kg or line are generally in the our fish farmer, they are telling it is a line. So that's why that word also I'm used, that 3,000 to 2,000 line, that means kg, that number, that 3,000 to 2,000 number per kg. In that case, actually 0.4 to 0.6 liter feed diameter this are being used, and 1,500 to when it is 1,000 only, that is 0.6 to 0.8 this size of the feed are being used. Next. So different even different actually floating feed with a different size, it is available in the market. Even so different size. I have seen even a reputed feed company, they are having even 16 that type of the feed particle. So as per the fish size, if we appropriate feed, if we supply, then feed wastage will be less, and fish will also eat the feed very smoothly, and ultimately that success will come. Next. Sometimes even also to reduce the feed cost, we are using the even aquatic weed here, that lemna and azula, even Ulfia are being also used, and that also two-way we are using, and sometimes once in a week, and in another way also every day out of the when the fish actually attain at least some good size after 1 to 2 months, at that time onwards we can start this feed. Even every day we can also use. If the ration it is 3 times, one ration at least we can use the aquatic feed just to reduce the feed cost. But here I want to mention that only and some preferred fish species are there. They eat the actually this aquatic food very nicely. Even tilapia can eat, even different kind of puntias, our puntias gonionotas, even puntias, our sarana also that we eat, and we know grass carp they can also eat. So different kind of that grass lover also fish. If we culture, we can also use this aquatic food. Next. So regular checking of the growth and health of the fish, it is essential, and accordingly feed can be adjusted. Next. Next. So this is also good growth fish. Next. So this is actually recording for the different code method. So water analysis also it is essential. Next. Next. Yeah, this is the electronic temperature recorder. You can dip it so that easily you can see. Then ideal water parameter condition it is there. And DO always it is 5 to 8 ppm. Matlab this range if it is the DO it is 6 to 8, then it is ideal, and ideal it is 7, and pH it is 6.5 to 8.5 we can culture, and here actually then ideal it is 7.5, and 10 it is generally 1.5 it is that optimum or ideal range, and nitrite it is less than 5 ppm it is required, and nitrate it is 40 that ppm, that is the less quantity is required, and also temperature generally 20 to 30 degree centigrade, but here actually 28 degrees centigrade is ideal, and hardness generally 100 to 100 ppm it is preferable, and alkalinity 150 to 200 ppm, and TDS 1300 to 1400 it is ideal. Next. And just when some hazards will come, how we can manage. If pH is less than 6.5, in generally we use the dolomite and at the rate of 5 to 10 mg per liter. And when the pH is above 8.5, then use of organic acid, seed vinegar, and also 50 ml per 1000 liter of water, or the tamarind water at the rate of 10 mg per liter. That means our indigenously it is available tamarind, that also we can use to reduce the pH level. Because pH level, if it is high, then there will be always some ammonia problem. We know that when the pH or temperature, whatever it will increase, then ammonia level will be high also. And 10 also, generally it is less than 3, it is ideal. And if it is more than automatic, we need to use some molasses and we need to adjust the 10 level. And nitrite, it is always less than 5, it is required. And if nitrite it is level is high, use the salt at the rate of 5 to 10 mg per liter or 1 mg per liter of nitrite. And also 10% that liter or water exchange we can also do. And TDS always it is we require, if it is less TDS, then we need to add some actually our raw salt. Next. So we know if some environmental actually some equilibrium it is disbalanced, then some pathogen it will attack, and that condition it is called disease. So disease just what common disease it is occurring, that what I'm just mentioning here. Next. This is a common occurrence in the bioflora, because when some sludge it will accumulate, then this kind of phenomenon is occur, and this is actually a iridovirus disease. Next. Same actually some disease also it is occurring, and if we carefully if we remove the sludge, then this problem we can avoid. Next. Same actually, and this is actually the condition of malnutrition, when fish it is not getting their quality or the quantity, sufficient quantity feed or quality feed, then that big one, that fish, they can eat their actually tail. So the tail damage means that some actually feeding problem it is there. We can easily understood. Yeah. Next. Next, same actually some phenomena. Next. So you see that mass mortality of fish due to that actually tail region it has damage, and after that some bacterial infection it is there. Next. Here actually that belly it is swollen, so I have dissected out, and we have seen their organ it is increasing. That means when their water quality it is deteriorate, then this kind of symptoms it will occur, and ultimately if it is remains, then they may die also. So we need to take care to bottom drainage, and we need to always careful regarding the sludge in the culture tank. Next. This is also singy fish affected with ES like infection. Next. Next, here also koi are also are being attacked. Next. Next. Okay. Yeah. Next, sir, it is some catfish. Next. So this is the drug and the chemical for the treatment in biofloc tank. Some chemicals are there, some safe chemicals and some unsafe chemical. Because potassium permanganate or malachite green, potassium dichromate we did not use. If we use, that means that flock will damage. So when it is required to only that flock we can sacrifice, then only this kind of that medicine only we can use. Otherwise, these are only safe chemical we can use for treatment of any hazards occur. Next. This is some of the cost and earning of the single unit of the biofloc fish farming, and that is almost that 36,000 for actually capital cost. Different items are there: blower, tarpaulin, iron mesh, and also EMOP cone, air pipe. So different things are there. Next. And this is actually the our culture cost. Here almost of 44. So yeah, this is actually the around, and total that production if it is yeah, 200 kilo, then some price fees are there like singi, their production it is less, but their price we may get, and sometimes also this production is less, and here actually that koi or tilapia we can consider, and also in the singi their level will less, even the production it is less, but their price is more. So almost that first from the first culture, no loss, no profit, or some minimum margin will be there. And second culture onwards only we can get the profit. Next. This is you know that our Yaram Oblimelo. Next, that father of here. So even that biofloc, some research also privately it is doing. This picture I have taken in the Domjur, and Rajiv Dutta, he's the microbiologist from the Calcutta University only. Yeah, even when that biofloc system it has started in our country, he has doing and started. So that photographs I have given here. Yeah, next. Next, sir. This is actually that one potential entrepreneur. We know that he only that first video he has uploaded as Purushottam Singh, that fish culture he has done in a big way there in Lokhisarai in Bihar. So I have visited that place. I have seen that thing also. Next. This is also that one entrepreneur developed on the biofloc technology fish culture. It is in Baliganj. Next. And yeah, here and Deepan, and I think many teacher also, even Ajantadi or our Nandita madam, they may know also. Deepan is their student only. He also entrepreneurship development in biofloc technology fish culture. He also initiated. Next. Next. And this is an unemployed youth in the biofloc fish farming. He is doing even is a rectangular tank. Next. So there's some ongoing effort on the biofloc fish culture also. We are conducting on one person, he is from Sonarpur. He is actually with his personal initiative only. He has many things we are conducting there. Experiment. Next. So even ornamental fish culture we can do in the biofloc system also. So that's why some symbolic setup I have shown. Next. Next. Yeah, that book on the biofloc technology for further study. You know that biofloc technology, that Yaram Ognimelo is the guru of biofloc, and also practical manual also, that is our one from South India, he has published, Felix, and also this Bengali kitab is there. Next. Next. Yeah, this is also operational guidebook on biofloc fish farming. It has also published from the Sargachi only. One is English volume and another is Bengali operation guidebook. Next. Some useful book for fish culture in biofloc, it is required because many other things, even they are also like a disease treatment and other parameter also it is there, and also hands-on training. And this is, I just mentioned here, the guiding force behind the promotion of the biofloc technology. At least our Maharaji, he inspired me, and also till we are doing, and one good unit also established in the our Sargachi, that in Murshidabad, Ramakrishna Mission Sargachi, and you know that is the oldest actually the tomato mission in the Ramakrishna mission, under Ramakrishna Mission. Next. Next. Sir. Here hands-on training of the Sargachi, it is occasionally are being done there. Next. Next, sir. Yeah, that the participation of all concerned stakeholders, even our that seed raising in the biofloc tank also are being done. Next. Even many student one, yeah, he is also expert in the biofloc tank setting, and that will also some entrepreneurs they also develop. Next. Next. So biofloc technology of fish culture, this is the future of aquaculture to meet the demand of the aquatic protein in India. And we know that equal volume of water for 1 hectare of pond, we know if it is a 2 meter, then 1 hectare, that means 20,000 cubic meter of water. And per cubic meter, at least at 25 kg fish, easily we can produce in the biofloc system, because 250 kg, it is always it is possible in the biofloc system from a 10,000 liter of RC. So as per the calculation, then if we able to produce the 5 ton of fish in the composite fish culture system, then easily using that quantity of water and or same volume of water, easily we can expect that 500 ton fish can be possible in the biofloc system. Next. So even many that one YouTube channel is there in the aquaculture diary, where that biofloc also regularly it has discussed. So we know that now I'm coming to the end, that fish for health, fish for income, fish for enjoyment, fish for hobby, and fish for all. Grow more fish with a healthy tomorrow. Thank you. Next. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I have seen many of my elder brother. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Mohapatra sir, for your informative speech. I think which will help our young generation for earn some money. And we are regret the inconvenience occurred due to some unavoidable technical conditions. So we are very sorry for that.
শোনা যাচ্ছে।
Nandadi, you've muted yourself. Nandadi,
Sorry,
please
sorry,
unmute yourself.
sorry, sorry. Yes, yes. Thank you, Mohapatra sir, for your valuable speech. Really, it will help in our young generation, and we are very sorry for some technical fault. Anyway, we enjoyed a lot your speech, and hope this will help you, our future generation, to earn some money. And now I request my colleague Tinky Acharya to uh, give you some questions which already we have collected from chat box. So please, only for 5 to 10 minutes, please discuss, and please, Tinky, please come.
I don't think we can hear Tinky.
Tinky is not here.
No,
Hello?
but we can't hear her.
Oh, I don't
I
know.
think there's a problem with her microphone. We can't hear you.
Hello.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Okay, Tinky,
Yes.
please. Yes, you
Uh,
continue.
Good afternoon, everyone. Now we have an interaction session from our participants. I have collected some questions. I will request Mohapatra sir
Yes.
to please answer them. Sir, our first question comes from Praveen Prasad. He want to know what are the treatment of cemented tanks for the pH regulate. To regulate the pH, what should be the
Yeah, there is a problem in the cemented tank because the pH of the cement it is almost 11. So whenever you have initiate the culture, so that pH may hamper. So that's why before stocking the fish, we'll have to that inlet the water at least 15 days. Some regular treatment is there, and first 3 days some potassium permanganate solution we need to keep, and then also salt treatment it is there, and finally also if we put some even some also raw cow dung, then that will some problem will be there. It problem we can easily solve. And moreover, if some alkaline nature if it is come in the successive period, that means culture period, so in that case we can reduce because I already mentioned that just to reduce the pH we need to even apply the tamarind that solution only, that 100 to even 10 to 100 ppm we can also use that tamarind. Chetu.
Thank you, sir. Our next question is why dolomite? Why not tuna is used for bioflow?
Tuna.
Chun means lime. Why lime is not used? Why
Yeah,
dolomite only used in?
dolomite is used for different purpose. Not only that, even some that source of that minerals it is there, and moreover, actually here very actually slightly alkaline pH it is essential. If pH level if it is high, then in that case that retention of the ammonia will be more, and we know that retention because that ammonia and ammonium ion they are always some equilibrium is there. If that pH or temperature it will increase, then ammonia level will be increased. So that's why that slightly alkaline pH around 7.5 it is essential. That's why we are not using the our lime, only dolomite lime are being used in the biofuel system.
Sir, next question is when the water TDS is around 2000, then is there any requirement for salt?
No, yeah. In that case, TDS generally it is advisable around that 1200 to 15 or 1600. If it is TDS is already it is 2000, then we need not apply the actually salt there. Even if we require, we can also reduce the TDS through some drainage or mixing some fresh water.
Okay. And one of the last question from Praveen Prasad is in soil pond can bioflow be successful?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I'm not. It
Am I
is not
audible?
audible. No, yeah. Now it is audible. You just repeat the question, sir, madam.
it possible to do biofloc in soil pond?
Yeah, biofloc, it is actually originally biofloc are being started in the soil-based sea only, pond only, and that is based on the prawn and also tilapia. So nowadays we are actually culturing more in the biofloc, means we thought it is in concrete tank. It is not like that. We can culture in the we also soil-based pond also.
Sir, we have one question from
Sir,
Ajay.
one question from myself. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can
sir.
you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Can you hear me, Dr. Mahapatra? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So when we are culturing this fish in a pond, some phytoplankton or zooplankton must go there. Okay. So is there any necessity for determination of BOD?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Huh.
Is there any necessity for measuring the biological oxygen demand, not BO, but the biological oxygen demand for the biofloc?
Yeah, that parameter we not actually taken care much, because other parameter if we control, then automatically, because we are maintaining the oxygen level and as well as also tan also we are measuring, the flock will grow. Then so BOD, it is not actually important in the biofloc system much.
Okay, but if some aquatic plants are grow there, then what to do? And for their what I will say, some oxygen should be exhausted in the medium. So what to do then? If an aquatic plant go there.
Yeah, I'm not listen properly actually. That not audible properly.
Actually, what I said, during the biofloc, if some aquatic plants grow there, then what to do?
Aquatic plant.
Yeah.
Aquatic plant only as a feed material, because most of the it is tank, it is now in the artificial tank. We are aquatic plant, we are supplying as a food source.
Yeah. Okay. No, what I said, if it is a soil tank, okay, if it is on the ground, if the tank is on the ground, then some aquatic plant may go there. In that case, what necessary? In that case, what necessary steps to be taken?
That question is not. Hello.
Actually, what I said, in a natural tank, so like a pond or like this, so some aquatic plant must go there, okay, and some oxygen may be required for the aquatic plant for their what I say respiration or like anything for their organic behavior. So in that case, reserve oxygen may naturally come down, and in that case, what measures to be taken?
Hello, should I intervene at this very moment? Dr. Mahapatra,
yes, sir.
Dr. Mahapatra, should I intervene at this very moment for this very good question?
Actually, sir,
let me finish then, Dr. Mahapatra may intervene, because I have to reply Dr. Shaktibrata Mahapatra's question. Thing is that there are basically two types of biofloc system. One is green biofloc system, which we should encourage, but due to some constraints of area and all, we are not. That is why we are going for brown biofloc system. Actually, sir wants to know that whether the green biofloc system, where the ammonia, nitrate, then your in the ammonium that being utilized by the plant itself, that is the phytoplankton. That is his answer, his question, and this is the answer. Yeah, definitely. If we allow the sunlight to penetrate and if we allow the green plant to grow, that is phytoplankton, then it is good. It is a good venture. Instead, because of our area and all domain of area, we are going for brown bifrost system, which have been narrated by Dr. Mahapatra so far.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you, Orchanda.
yeah.
Namaskar.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Sir, Mahapatra sir, we have another question from our participants. They want to know that which all diseases are very common in bioflux system and how they can control those disease.
Okay. The most common that problem in the bioflux system due to accumulation of the sludge. Actually, we had an idea that bioflux means all the even that fecal matter are being converted to the feedstuff. So there will be no actually that remains. But actually, when the sludge is formed, the sludge we need to remove carefully, and that's why even the original bioflux system, what even Iram sir has mentioned, we need to take care about the sludge. So that's why central drainage is there. But by mistake, we are not removing the sludge. That sludge accumulation creates the problem. And when sludge accumulation is there, generally fish are suffering with some viral disease. And that there is no treatment. If we actually clear the bottom carefully, and their disease occurrence is less. And if during the viral infection there is no treatment, if virus is damaged, then only some antibiotic treatment we are giving. So, but only thing what it is required in the bioflux system also we need to care with the bottom sludge, and that's why that central drainage we have modified, and there is so that easily it can remove. And even in my concrete tank also I have shown we have prepared some that under some bio toilet like depression, so that easily that sludge will accumulate there, and through drainage only that sludge can be removed. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we will go for our next session. I would ask our Nandita ma'am for continue.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Tinky. And thank you, Mahapatra sir, for your valuable speech. Now we'll come to our next session, our speaker. Before that, I have a request for the participants. We'll provide you the feedback form after completion of second day seminar, that is tomorrow, after completion of our second day webinar. That is Sunday. Sunday we'll provide you, we'll give you, and accordingly we'll contact with you. So now I will invite our second speaker, our next speaker, and we are very proud that unlikely we say that he is our ex-student, former alumni, Ochiman Lahiri. I will request him to join this session, and welcome Ochiman for your speech. And Ochiman Lahiri.
Nondiadi, we can't hear you. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Welcome, Ochiman. I will now request Ochiman to give his valuable speech. Ochiman is one of our alumni. He passed BSc in Industrial Fish and Fishery from our college, that is Acharya Prafulla Chandra College, and passed master degree from Cochin University of Science and Technology. He is Now Deputy Director in Regional Division of Calcutta, MPEDA. He completed his master's in business administration and served in various prestigious aquaculture center hoppers before having selected into Marine Products Export Development Authority in 2009 as Assistant Director. He, during his post assignment, has served in the states of West Bengal, Kerala, and Andhra Pradesh for export production and aquaculture development. He was the member of Apex Committee on Control of Antibiotic Uses in Aquaculture, Task Force on Aquaculture Development, and State Level Monitoring Committee on Development of Harvard. He was instrumental in implementation of aquaculture farm enrolled with GPS tracking for complete. And apart from this, he has represented the country in various international platforms showing rich Indian seafood offering. He has also represented in the trade developing in Russia for further development and trade between two countries. And I think he will give you a very valuable and very interesting speech. I welcome Ochiman to continue, and please join in our webinar.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for the introduction that you just made. Hope I'm audible.
Yes,
Fine,
you are
please go ahead.
Okay. So, respected Principal Sir, Dr. S. Bobik, respected Dr. Vijay Kali Mahapatra Sir, Principal Scientist, ICAR, CIFE, Kolkata Center, Dr. S.N. Moitro Sir, former HOD, Department of Industrial Fish and Fisheries, Dr. N. Mukherjee Madam, now the HOD of Industrial Fish and Fisheries, Mrs. Lahiri Madam, Mrs. Acharya Madam, the teachers of Industrial Fish and Fisheries. First of all, I'd like to thank the organizer to organize such a webinar in a situation of a pandemic that the world now is experiencing. It is a great privilege and honor to be a speaker in this platform. So I'll straight away go to my presentation now. I'll just like to Mr. Ghoshal, I think there is a problem in the presentation.
No, but you don't need permission here.
I am clicking the present now button.
Yes.
And then
What's happening?
a window is coming, share an application window.
Yes. That's the way you do.
Yeah, but I can't see my PPT.
No. Okay, that means you haven't done a presentation on the meet. Do something.
No.
Okay. When you're getting that, you get an option either share an application or share the entire window, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So click on share my window. Okay, then click
Your
on the
entire
window.
screen. Your entire screen.
Yes, entire screen. Yes.
Okay.
Then the screen which is coming, you click on the screen and then click on share. Yes, it's working fine. Okay, fine. Now just minimize this one and open your presentation. Now just minimize the Chrome window.
Chrome window.
Yeah, minimize the Chrome window. Yes,
Is it now
fine.
happening?
Yes, fine. Now go into slideshow mode.
Okay.
Yes, it's working
Okay.
fine.
So, hello everyone. So my topic that has been given to me by the organizers is entrepreneurship opportunities in the fish processing sector. So a brief introduction of the Marine Product Export Development Authority. It's a statutory body under the Ministry of Commerce and Industries, Government of India, which was set up in 1972 by an act of a parliament. and it's a nodal agency for export of marine product defined as all variety of fishery products, and anything underwater in India is known as fish. So this is a network of MPEDA that we have it in Pan India. We have 28 offices, 3 trade promotion offices, 4 quality control labs, and 12 ELISA labs. ELISA labs are basically enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay labs for detection of banned antibiotics in the aquaculture products that are meant for exports to the entire offshore destinations. So we have 3 societies under MPEDA. One is NetFish, which looks after the quality of the fish, which is landed from the capture sector. One is RGCA, Rajiv Gandhi Center for Aquaculture, which looks into the commercialization of the species for getting more revenue from the exports. And we have NACSA, the National Center for Sustainable Aquaculture, which is entrusted with the job for making a cluster form of farming so that this cluster develops into an exporting unit. So if you see the relationship between the stakeholders in the seafood export sectors, we have got EIC, Export Inspection Council, we have got exporters, we have got fishing vessels, we have got Coastal Aquaculture Authority, we have got farmers, hatchery operators, and we have a newly created body that is MOFAH&D, that is Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, which is being recently created. So if you see the role of MPEDA, MPEDA circle goes into all the stakeholders. So we have stakes with everybody. So MPEDA is basically a body for the entrepreneurs. It's for the technological upgradation of marine product exports. It is for the development of cold chains and storages. It is for the development of chilled, dried, and live product exports from India. It is in exploring new markets and constant support with relation to marketing and allied activities. It has got a fish exchange portals where it is a platform for the buyers and seller to meet together, be it a farmer and the exporter, be it the exporter and the importers. Technological support to the aqua farmers and the hatchery. It has got one-stop solution for traceability related issues. You may be knowing that post 2019, there is much hype on the traceability that is being created by the importing destinations. It is for empowering primary producers for the highest quality output for the harvest, for the skill development and promotion of new and diversified products. So if you want to broadly categorize the entire industry or entire sector, you had got 4 major sector segmentation. One is capture sector, other is culture sector, one is export processing sector, and one is the domestic marketing sector. So where our country stands as far as the marine products and this related allied activities are concerned. Marine products is among the top 5 foreign exchange earner for our country. It contributes 11% to the overall marine product export basket from the country, our West Bengal. 98% we have a growth in VAP product. It is value added product export. It has got an exponential growth to quality markets of US and EU, European Union. It has got the highest growth average for the installation of the value added product lines in Pan India. It has got the highest indirect employment generation sector. Its highest women employment provider for the state of West Bengal. It's West Bengal is the only state to have a vast sector still under the traditional aquaculture operation in form of gheris and providing sustainable and organic shrimps to the entire world. We have got 35% area utilized out of the total potential area that is available for the brackish water aquaculture. Over 40% of the fish utilized in Horeca sector is imported in the form of Bhasha. Horeca is hotel, HO for hotel, RE for restaurant, and CA for catering. So Horeca sector imports 40% of the fish in form of Bhasha, that is nothing but Pangasius from Vietnam. So I'd like to just share my corporate video with you just for 6 minutes. Have a look at it. Welcome back. Thank you for a very patient viewing this video. I'd like to now go to some of the slides which shows where we stand. Indian fisheries sector, it's has been indicated as a sunrise sector, and which contributes 1.24 to the national GVA and 7.28 to the agriculture GVA. From 2014 to 2019, if you see the journey, now we stands at 9.71% of the average annual growth rate of the fisheries and aqua exports in value. In February 2019, we got the independent Department of Fisheries, and in June 2019, new Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy was created. Now, coming into the new scheme that has been launched by the ministry, it's known as the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, which is announced in the Union Budget of 2019 and 20, which gives to 20,050 crores to the different schemes with an objective of harnessing the fisheries potential in a sustainable and responsible manner, enhancing the fish production and productivity through expansions, modernizing and strengthening the value chain, doubling fishers and fish farmers' income, enhancing contribution of aquaculture GDP and export, socio-physical economic security for fishers and fish farmers, and robust fisheries management and regulatory framework. So if you see the total investment that has been planned under PMMSY, it's for having a 5 year schedule. 20,050 crores has been outlaid, and it has been divided into a centrally sponsored component and central sector component, with the state and center jointly in the central sponsored component and state and beneficiary jointly in the central sector component. So characterizing the fisheries value chain, if you see the assembly of production factor, the producing of fish, post-harvest handling, processing, distribution, marketing, there is a characteristic in each and every chain and each and every apex of the chain, which is having the entry of multiple players. And since it is a fastest perishable commodity, its complexity in handling and unique and fragileness. So role of developing and developed country in this slide, what we mean to show is that the growth of developing, hope I'm audible to all. Am I audible?
Yes, Dada, you're audible.
Okay, fine. So sometimes I need to check up because I'm speaking in front of a system where I can't see anybody. So I get an intuition that I may not be visible or something is happening. So sorry. So if you see the role of the developing and developed countries, you will see that developing countries, the graph is in a steep rise than in the developed countries. So developing countries export increment in terms of volume is 34% to 60% from 1976 to 2018, and majority of the raw material or the raw product are processed in the industrialized country. So there is a great scope of producing these value added products in the developing country rather than producing in the industrialized country. So if you see 2019-20 data are already out, it is being published by the Marine Product Export Development Authority by our honorable chairman, sir. So India's market-wise export of marine product, if you see in the US dollar terms, we are 38.37%. We are having the market share to US. We are marketing almost 6.32% to Japan. We are marketing around 13.12% to EU. China has come up in last couple of years to a sizable quantity of 20.58%, and we have exports to Middle East and Southeast Asia, and of course others. So if you see the item wise export, 73% of our exports is frozen shrimp, and it is followed by others and the frozen squid, cuttlefish and fishes, but 73% of our earnings from the exports are from frozen shrimps. So if you see the journey of Indian exports of marine products, the graph is just like a steep hill sometimes, and it comes like a ECG graph, a downward trend sometimes. But of late, we are at least, we have maintained our last year position in this pandemic situation, exporting almost value of US dollar 6,678 million. So if you see the value added seafood product, which is now the crux of the industry, because everybody wants to do now the value addition in the seafood product. At the higher end of the chain, we have got fillets, you have got I.Q.F, individual quick frozen, you have got block frozen, processed, ready to eat products. At the lower end, you can convert the non-food items like fish meal and fish oils, chitin, chitosans. And if you see, a value-added seafood product can be of any form, like an innovative product, a ready-to-eat product, a new package, a new ready-to-eat product, a eco-labeled product, a new cut, or a functional food items. So opportunities in value addition, you have a great in fish oil, fish meal, fish concentrate, and producing chitin and chitosid. I'll just give you an example. India is exporting a huge lot of fish scales, মাছের আঁশ আমরা অনেক এক্সপোর্ট করি, ইন্দোনেশিয়াতে করি, আমরা ইউরোপে করি, আমরা থাইল্যান্ডে করি। ওরা ওখানে আমাদের মাছের আঁশ নিয়ে গিয়ে ওর থেকে এক্সট্রাক্ট করে, দে এক্সট্রাক্ট দ্য কনসেন্ট্রেটস, দে এক্সট্রাক্ট ক্রাইটিন, দে এক্সট্রাক্ট কাইটোসান, and they sell up to the pharmaceutical companies, and the pharma industry is getting benefited. So that is the thing that we are now trying to do it in India. We are trying to at least utilize our waste, that we actually throw it off in a price which is not at all botheration for us, to convert it into chitin and chitosan, so that India being be a supplier to the pharmaceutical industry and the healthcare products. So if you see the present trends and opportunities in global seafood, you see the change in consumer preferences that is coming in, and especially if you see the consumer preferences has changed a lot due to this pandemic situation, where institutional sales has been replaced by the household sales. You have got Western influences. We are influenced. Our style of working, ethics, policies have changed, and we are following the Western world. Our traceability concerns is absolutely at the highest. We need to know the piece of shrimp, if we hold it in a hand, where it has came from. So that is a kind of traceability now the importing destinations are asking. It is a growing concern over quality control standards and the quality of the raw material. Nowadays, extensive third party audit system has started place before you do any exports to the importing countries. This all I wanted to share with all the fellow students who are studying in this colleges, or who are a part of this, to make them understand where your actual potential needs to be diverted to. So you see the need for increasing the value addition in India is from the low risk market to the higher risk market. We have the change in policies. Higher employment opportunities has been created due to the follow of the value addition in the seafood markets, and seafood industry has been benefited, and it is been complementing the growth of aquaculture, spices, and other ingredients in the industry. So let me tell you a success story. We have a scheme called TUSMP, Technological Upgradation of the Marine Product. And we have been assisting different units that are coming up in this. And this is a particular example of a company known as Gedre. It is based in Navi Mumbai, who have came up with crab sticks. Crab sticks are nothing but imitation kind of a fish concentrate, and it is being shaped and given a color of red color, so that people think that they are taking crabs. And crab sticks are much favored in the markets, and they have came up, and it has been an absolute success in the industry. So post-COVID situation, let me tell you, my friends, that you can see the institutional sales will go down. There will be no hotels, and there will be no big restaurants that will be purchasing your seafoods. The traditional form of exports will not be there. Right now, it is in zero condition, and it will be continued in future for another 5 to 6 years. Uncertified products will no longer be in demand in the market. There will be increase in household sales. There will be increase in value-added product export sales. There will be increase in certified product sales. In the next slide, I will give you a more explanation about it. You see, in our industry, we primarily used to export block frozen product. Block is nothing but it's looked like a block of 2 kg shrimps, and we used to export. The importing destination used to melt it, throw it, and then use it for the institutional sales or making some value-added products and all. But this thing has been replaced, and now people are more using YouTube for becoming chef in their own kitchen, and they're trying to source out the for household a small tetra packs or small packets of 1 lb and 2 lb in IQF form, individual quick frozen form. So quality will win over quantity in the next post COVID situation. So if you see the journey towards certification, we normally see a fisheries. When I was studying a fisheries and we used to go to the farm, we used to think and we used to go around with the people who used to tell it, oh, mecho ese gechis, acha acha, ঠিক আছে. Oh, you are like that and all. But my dear friends, world has moved towards another level that is known as a certification level. Now whichever the exporting company they are exporting, even if the owner does not know anything about abcd of export, he has to know certification. If the certificates are not there, your products are absolutely valueless in the exporting arena. For certification, we all know HACCP, hazard analysis critical control point, which our Indian auditors do every time. You have the next certificate that is asked by the importers of US, best aquaculture practices. Best aquaculture practices, you have a third party audit and they certify your plant, your aquaculture facility, your field mill, your hatchery, and then give you stars. Based on the stars, your importers give you best prices. Next is the Aquaculture Stewardship Council AAC certification, which is required for any aquaculture product exports that are meant for EU, European Unions. You have got Marine Stewardship Council for the capture fishery sectors for export meant to EU. You have Global Aquaculture Alliance, you have got ISO 22000 series, Brittle Retail Consortium, Safe Quality Food, International Feature Standard, Food Safety Standard Certification 22000, Friends of Sea, NATO Land Europe, National Program for Organic Production. Let me tell you, we are very proud that one of our alumni is having the only certificate of NATO Land, Eurolive, and National Program for Organic Production for uh, export of organic shrimps to the international world. So it is based in Kolkata, Blue Sea Aquaculture. It is one of the alumni from the Industrial Fish and Fisheries, and he has done it. So the status of exporter, if you want to be an exporter, there are three status for an exporter. One is a manufacturer exporter, one is merchant exporter, one is route through exporter. So manufacturer exporter means you have your own plant and you are utilizing your plant to export. In that case, you are known as manufacturer exporter. Merchant exporter means you don't have a plant, you hire a plant of another person and you start producing there and exporting. In that case, you know you are known as merchant exporter. Route through exporter means the DGFT, Director General of Foreign Trade, based on the exporting performances, gives some star rating to exporters. So those exporters are entitled to do export of any product. So just they route the exports from plant processor to importer. So that is known as a route through exporter. So nature of exporter in our context, marine product, we have got frozen exporters, we have got chilled exporters, we have got live exporters, we have got aquarium fish exporters, we have got dry fish exporters. So process chart in becoming a seafood exporter is first you get a IE code from DGFT, import export code from DGFT, Director General of Foreign Trade. Then you go for approval of your processing facility with EIC, Export Inspection Council. You register your facility with Marine Product Export Development Authority. You register as an exporter with Marine Product Export Development Authority. You get an RCMC from Marine Product Export Development Authority. RCMC is nothing but registration cum membership certificate, and you start export. The entire process is a 1 month process, and it's a very easy to become an exporter in context of present situation. So in case of processing sector, investment opportunities and infrastructure sectors that we are having, we have got very good investment opportunities in filleting industry. Do remember a point where I told you before that in West Bengal, 40% of the fish consumption in Horeca sector is being imported from Vietnam. Think of the 40%. It's in lakh, in something around thousands of tons that is importing from Vietnam, and we have got so much of water body. We can go for pangasius culture, we can make it filleted, and we can go for all out sales for our product in West Bengal and in India also. There are a lot of opportunities. Take my word, the filleting industry is having a very huge potential in India. Is not only in India does not only export fish, it imports fishes also. Importing of Indian in India, we import a lot of fillets of pangasius from Vietnam, and that's how the filleting industry is having a lot of investment opportunities. You have got investment opportunities in aqua food processing parks. You have got live fish domestic markets that you can prepare. You can have a specialized domestic markets. You can have aqua food cold chain parks and specialized provision based on the investment for specialized aqua zonations. So domestic trend in value addition is basically happening. The consumers in Indian domestic market has been traditionally showing very high affinity to fresh and live fish. আমরা জানি যে আমরা মাছ কিনতে যাব, আমরা বাজার থেকে সকালবেলা 6টার সময় প্রথম মাছটা গিয়ে কিনবো. So that is what we are having back of a mind in our psychological factor that is working on it. And for a long time, the demand of value-added product in the domestic markets was negligible, but due to the increase in income of the middle income group and migration of the employed youth and families, the rural sector, the urban sector is having a considerable change in the consumer preference and increasing demand for the value-added products. These are the different shrimp products that I just wanted to show you. First one is the raw head-on. Then you remove the head, it becomes headless. Then you remove the shell till and leave the last segment as such. It is called raw PD tail-on. Then you remove the entire shell and nothing is there. Then it is called PD. You remove the vein in all the PD, and if you are not removing, it is called PUD. Then you have on the bottom extreme left, that is raw butterfly shrimp. Then you have the breaded product. Then you have the cooked product and the whole cooked product. So these are some of the value-added products: butterfly cooked, crab sticks, cooked shrimps, freeze-dried shrimps, fish momos, squid rings, cuttlefish whole cleaned, then fish fillets. You have got fish sticks, fish samosas, fish shrimp nuggets, patties, burger patties of made of fishes. I just want to show you in this photo. Recently, I was given a responsibility for development of fisheries in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and this is one of the place that we had gone. This is a shop in Port Blair that is called Fish Zone. It just looks like a sweet shop. We went inside and we saw fishes being displayed, just like the sweets are being displayed in the shop. These are some of the photo. Think of the uh, amount of domestic opportunities that we have from this. Sorry. Uh, okay. So these are some of the fresh groupers that are being displayed in the counters, which is being caught from the sea. These are sea basses, shrimps that are being displayed. I just want to show you a video of now in Empeda. We have taken this seafood value addition to the domestic sector and how it looks like. We have opened up one of the stall in Cochin as a first as a test basis, and now we are going to open this kind of signature stalls for value-added products marketing in the domestic markets in all the airports and in all the cities. Just have a look. It's a 6-minute video. It will be really informative to you all.
Coachman, no audio, please. Please check it.
Thanks for a patience viewing of this. So now I come down to my state, West Bengal. West Bengal basically is a aqua gold mine, which have only 30% of its area being utilized and rest 70% yet to be utilized. It's a very fertile area of Indo-Gangetic Delta. It's the fourth highest per capita fish consuming state in India. Here, the urban consumption is more than the rural consumption, which is a plus point for us. Industry is moving rapidly towards the value-added products in the state, and immense opportunity for the auxiliary sectors that is associated with the fish processing sector. This is where we stand. We are having 2 lakh 10,000 hectares. We have utilized only 72,000. We have more processing infrastructure for value added product export. We have got development of underutilized area for farming. We have got scope for increased market share to EU and get more export returns, and immense scope to cater and build up domestic marketing with the development of fish filleting and the frozen product marketing. This is infrastructure that we have in the state at a glance. We have total exporters registered around 249, and we have a freezing capacity of 1,726 metric ton with a huge cold storage capacity of 30,620 metric tons. This is a seafood export that we are having. If you see from 2016 to 2019-20, though in all over India we had negative growth in the value terms in US millions, but we withstand it in West Bengal thanks to the team Empeda and the exporters that we joined together, and we fought this pandemic situation, and we diverted our exports from China to other EU destination and to the New Zealand and South Korean destinations. So seafood export from the region means West Bengal. It's almost in a static basis from last 1 or 2 years, with all the factors that have culminated in the recent times. Value-added products in West Bengal has all of a sudden taken a huge leap, with all the exporters diverting their products from Vietnam and Southeast Asia as form of a raw material to the value-added product to EU and to American destination. So this is the importing destination of seafood exports. On the left hand side it is in India, and in the right hand side it is West Bengal. You can see in 2017-18 we had almost 45% of our products from West Bengal going to Southeast Asia, especially to Vietnam, so that Vietnamese do a lot of value addition and send it again back to US. We have came down to 10% for Southeast Asia, and we have increased from 16% to 28% in US. That is where we are maximum enriching our export benefits. If you see the market-wise export details from West Bengal, that has been the exports that are made from the ports of West Bengal. US, there is a steep rise. China, there is a steep rise. Europe, there is a rise. Middle East, there is a rise. Japan, of course, there is a downward trend because they love more of a traditional kind of products, which we are sorry we are not able to produce at present in a huge quantity that we used to produce 2015, pre-2015, without the onset of Benami in our areas. So value addition lines, it has increased in the state. IQF capacity has increased. Cooking capacity has increased. The large cold storage capacity also has increased over the years. The total aquaculture production, if you see, it has been rising. Benami almost a steep rise. Tiger production, it is coming down. Scampi also, it is coming down. Our state, like the entire country, is going for more of Benami production than for tiger and scampi because of the increased aquaculture output and the profit it bears. So now, after taking you to the entire scenario of the processing sector, where we stand, value addition, certification, now I want to really come and show you where the opportunities for the fish processing sector lies. One is the direct opportunity and one is the auxiliary opportunities. If you see the direct opportunities are in the form of plant operational, like plant managers and all. You have opportunities to get employed as technologists in the plant. Each approved plant requires 2 to 3 approved technologists on a rotation basis. So you have total 50 plants in, suppose the area, you need at least 150 technologists, approved technologists. You have opportunities for product development, and as a product developer, you have opportunities as a document manager, you have opportunities as product marketer, you have opportunities as relationship managers. And take my words, my dear friends, these are not just galbhara kotha. It is basically a hard fact to understand that we are not able to produce this kind of peoples from our state to meet up this requirement. I am employed in Empeda and I have been in this region for last 2 years, and I find the technological base in this part of the world to be very poor, and they are not at all adapted. People are ready to give money, they are ready to give you handsome salaries, but the knowledge of enrichment that is required is not there. So you have lot of opportunities in this kind of sectors in form of direct opportunities. In ancillary opportunities, you have got opportunities as governmental agencies like MPEDA, EIC, NABARD. You have got in National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, and you have got NFDB also that has cropped in up with a lot of funds. You have got scopes in certification agencies. Like I told you, the certification agencies as BAP, as Global Aquaculture Alliance, ASC. You will be surprised to know that this certification agencies, the auditor comes from Bangladesh to our country. We don't have certifiers. We don't have the certification agency requires people, but we cannot provide because the quality of the people that is needed, we are not able to do. You have got equipment manufacturers like individual quick frozen machines. You have got flake ice machines, you have got entire cold storage solutions. All these equipment manufacturers also require subject specialists. You have got branding agencies which brands your product with a lot of technological kind of inputs that are needed. That kind of agencies are there which hires people. You have got input companies like chemicals, like additives, like other inputs that are required for processing of fishes. You have got consultant agencies which provides consultancy to all these industrial units for proper functioning of their units. You have got NGOs in this. You have got environmental agencies which requires a lot of people for maintaining their ETP, effluent treatment plant, and all those kind of things. You have got research agencies that do lot of product research so that a product can be taken in the market. That agencies also are there. You have got statistical agencies. There are a lot of agencies that has come up of late, and those are all statistical agencies like you name like Unabari in US and all. They are basically statistical agency as they hire a lot of fisheries graduates. You have got media agencies. Now you see almost each state there are some 2 or 3 publications, periodic publications that are coming. You have got international media agencies that hires people with fisheries background. So this is all about it. Thank you, and I hope that I was quite instrumental in this. And now I am ready to take the questions. Thank you.
Nandini, who will take the
Yes. Hello. Yes.
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Yes, thank you, Archiman. Really very nice and we enriched. I hope all of our participants will enjoy and will gather some knowledge from your speech. Really, now I request Tinky Acharya to continue some question answer session from chat box. She will give you, Archiman, she will give you some questions. Please, Tinky,
Yes,
continue
ma'am.
your.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ochiman sir. Sir, we have a question from Rupak Das Gupta. He is asking if safe quality food certificate is for any specific country.
I told you, ma'am, the certificates needed by each and every importing destinations are quite different. The certificate required for United States will not be that as same as that for European Union, or will not be the same as that for the Southeast Asian countries. In Europe, they require Aquaculture Stewardship Council certificate for the aquaculture originated product, and for US, they rely more on BAP, uh, Better Aquaculture Practices certification. In the same way, if you want to export your products to British Council, you need to have BRC certification. So the certifications are quite particular in kind of importing destinations and where you are trying to import.
Thank you. Hope Rupak Das Gupta, you got your answer from Ochiman Lahiri sir. From participants, if you have any questions regarding this, please you can ask to Ochiman Lahiri sir.
Uh, uh, yeah, sir, may I continue?
Yes, if you have any question, please.
Sir, I have a specific question like when I have worked in the industries, there are several certification when what I have came through. Now, recently, not recently, sometimes ago, I have come through a specific certification which named that as SQF. It is safe quality food. So my question is that, sir, is the safe quality food, is it that SQF certification is for any specific country, or it is done for as per the buyer demand? As we know, the BRC is for British country, and BAP is for USA. And unlike those countries, is there any country which is asking safe quality food or SQS specifically, or it is as per the buyer requirement?
See,
Thank you, sir.
sometimes, yeah, I got your question loud and clear. SQF is safe quality food. It's a certificate that sometimes is asked by the buyers to get himself convinced that the product that you are producing and you are exporting, it meets the importing destination requirements. So it may be a requirement for the buyers, and SQF is generally a certificate that is asked being by the buyers in the Scandinavian countries and into the some extent to other European countries. Like I have found out there are some of the buyers in Greece and in the Costa Rica area which ask for SQF. So it's basically a buyer requirement based on the importing country destination, importing country that you are looking forward. And sometimes the importing country, all the buyers ask it, or sometimes some of the buyers only ask it. It's basically a buyer dependent kind of a thing.
Thank you very much, sir.
I hope now we'll continue at the end of the session. Now I would like to invite Dr. Shubhra Bhusar, Coordinator of Internal Quality Assurance, deliver concluding speech of to today's webinar. And I request Shubhra Bhusar, please come and deliver your concluding speech.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Thank you, Nandini.
Madam,
Yes, you have a query?
one more question, sir.
Okay, please go ahead.
So the why value addition is not freshwater fishes.
You're not clear. Coming in?
Why? Sir, I didn't get
Why
you loud
value
and clear.
addition? Not, why value addition is not focused in freshwater fishes?
Sir, I'll give you this answer. It is not that the freshwater fishes it is not been focused on. The value addition is focused on freshwater fishes. If you remember my slide presentation, I have been telling you the fish filleting industry, and the candidate species for that is Pangasius, is basically a freshwater fish, sir. Secondly, the value addition in case of fillets, we are also focusing on gift. Gift is genetically improved farm tilapia. That is also freshwater fish, sir. The third value addition we
What
are
about carp?
focused, sir.
Carp.
Sir, carp, it's basically does not comes under our purview. But one thing is there, the carps, the major problem is that value addition can happen only in the fishes which has got less bones, and carp has got lot of bones to make the value addition more important. And it is not that India didn't had a program. We had run a lot of programs to do value addition in carps, where we had got a biggest challenge, that is melting of small bones that are quite infused in the muscles in the crab. So, and the third thing is that the major problem why the carp we have not gone much ahead with the value addition is that the carp is sold in fresh market in so high quantity, and it is having a so high demand that the value addition never has been thought of, sir, by any of the institution or any of the kind of thing. We cannot meet the demand in the domestic market, then why we have to go for the value addition? That is was the biggest reason why the carp has never been focused on. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Any
Thank
other
you,
queries?
Shubham. Please.
Okay, fine. Uh, so we've come to the concluding session of the first day of this two-day webinar on entrepreneurship development in the fishery sector. Now, this seminar assumes, I think, a special significance because now with this COVID situation, there has been a debate over which will give stress on life over livelihood. There has been discussion on an inevitable slowdown in the economy, and correspondingly reduction jobs. There'll be a drying up of jobs. So in this scenario, uh, entrepreneurship development is a very good option for young people there. Now, today's seminar, we had a, very good participation across the country. We had, I think, over 600 registrations, which is why some of them have been to this forum meet, and the others are being streamed on YouTube. Now, coming to today's presentations, our first speaker, Dr. Vijay Kali Mohapatra, Principal Scientist, ICRC, FA, Kolkata, spoke on biofloc, which, as far as I could understand, is a technique which can lead to significant reduction in wastage of fish food, reduction in toxic residue. Besides, the increased assimilation of the microbial protein by fishes helps in a manifold increase in production of for a compatible volume of water used for breeding. Besides, sustainable control over water quality. Next speaker, Urchishman, it's also my pleasure to welcome one of our own. He is now Deputy Director, MPEDA Regional Division. Talked of opportunities in the marine export sector with emphasis on the importance of value additions and different certifications in this regard. He stressed on opportunities in the sector in the state are severely underutilized. We being a very prominent fish consuming state, there's tremendous scope of entrepreneurial initiatives here. He also touched upon career opportunities in this on the organized sector, besides entrepreneurship opportunities in the fish industry as well as the ancillary industries. Now, we'll move for the formal vote of thanks after tomorrow's concluding session. But we'll conclude today by expressing our gratitude to our esteemed speakers who took time off their busy schedule and shared their valuable thoughts with us. Our participants uh, who have been very, how should I say, an active participation we have, which can be evident from the large number of questions we fielded. And finally, a big thanks to the hosting department who've taken the trouble and initiative to get in touch with us, esteemed resource persons, and yeah, distributing this to such a large audience.
Actually, I have one
Thank you.
question from one message from Mr. Lahiri.
Okay,
Hello,
sir. Please.
am I audible?
Yes, sir. Please. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Please go ahead.
I do have one message from Mr. Lahiri, very close to me. I'm A.K. Das from Central Fishery, Barrackpure. That what is the message for the coming year for Binami producers of West Bengal? They are apprehending that there will be again the collapsing of the market in the coming year. What they had in this continuing year, quality prices gone down. So what is your message, Mr. Lahiri, about the market exports and all about Kenya's dynamite from West Bengal?
Maybe, sir, you are asking a question which is very market oriented, where this
Obviously,
young
that's where
people.
you are leading in that
Yeah,
shaping,
sir.
reshaping, or rather
Yeah, sir.
reframing. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. I'll just answer you. Maybe these things will not be very much knowledgeable.
Obviously.
People will not be having knowledge, but I'll answer you, sir. The marketing of Vanamai and the marketing of seafood in the future years will be dependent on how much value addition we do. I'll tell you a case study for Vietnam. You see, Vietnam is a country where only out of 100 kg of exports they do, only 20 kg they produce, and 80 kg they get it from outside. They do value addition and they send it outside. One factory employs 1,000 people doing only one product. So that is a case study we have taken it, and we under the Skill Development Council, we have PMSKVY program. We have started skilling our workers in that, and we are focused to the value addition part. If you are able to do the value addition, you survive. If you are not able to do the valuation, you expire. So that is the basic crux in the industry right now. In the COVID situation where we are standing, we have ample orders, but we are not able to satisfy those orders. Number one reason, we don't have raw material. Number two reason, people are more centric. They does not know where the market goes. They produces 30 count material, they produces higher count material, and we don't have a market for that. Sorry, sir. We have market only for the lunch box sizes. Now Japan also has stopped taking big size. They are taking lunch box sizes, means almost a 20-gram material. So that is the crux in the industry. If you see the Vanami rates at present, 20-gram Vanami, it's being sold at the farm gate price is something around 260. Can you imagine? 20 count material 260, and 30 count material it is 320, with no difference at all, no incentive for growing from 20 grams to 30 grams, which take almost 1.5 months. So you have to understand the crux of the industry. We have started identifying new markets of Russia, where I was being in the trade delegation with representing my country. We have started identifying new markets of South Korea. We have started identifying the new markets of US, different states, and we are the number one marketer of seafood, exporters of the seafood, overtaking Vietnam. In US, we have started identifying new markets in South Africa. So with all these things cumulative, I see a good future. And since our value addition is taking to a new level, and the exporters slowly understanding that they cannot be a raw material supply to any country, rather they can be a value added product supplier to the other countries, I see a great future in the post COVID situation that is going to come in 2021, sir. Thank you, sir.
Have a good luck and good future for this industry. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you all. We hope to meet again tomorrow at 5. We'll be admitting participants from 4:45. Thank you and good evening. Orchishman, there's one thing I do. আমি জিজ্ঞেস করছি একটু মানে beyond the seminar.
Yes.
এখন there's a lot of stress on skill development. আমাদের বিউসি থেকেও বলছে স্কিল প্রোগ্রামের জন্য। তো এমপেড থেকে আমরা কি আমাদের কলেজ স্টুডেন্টদের জন্য কি কোনো এরকম টাইপ করতে পারি যে স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্ট আমাদের স্টুডেন্টদের দেওয়ার জন্য?
Definitely, why not? I being alumni of I.F.F, APC কলেজের, আমি এখানে আছি, আপনি আমাকে চিঠি লিখুন, definitely I'll make it done. I will be more instrumental in skilling my fellow alumni who will be there in the benches. I mean, really, I'll take that opportunity and I'll really help you in developing the skills, and I will try to mold them to the industry oriented that is required.
থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ। কারণ আমাদের বেশিরভাগ ক্ষেত্রে আইএফএফ আমরা যেটা দেখছি যে আইএফএফ একটা সেক্টর যেখানে অন্তর্বেশী একটা অনেক নিজে কাজ করে আমাদের, আমি ইলেকট্রনিক্স, আমাদের তো চাকরি ছাড়া গতি নেই। তাও অরিজিনাল ম্যানুফ্যাকচারিং ইন্ডাস্ট্রি নেই, সফটওয়্যারে বা সেকেন্ড বা থার্ড এন্ড মার্কেটিং এ কাজ করছে লোকজন। কিন্তু এটা একটা সেক্টর যেখানে অ্যাকচুয়াল সে তার অ্যাকোয়ার্ড নলেজটা কাজে লাগাতে পারছে।
ডেফিনেটলি এখন পিএমএমএসওয়াই স্কিম আসার পর এত অপরচুনিটিস দেওয়া হয়েছে রাদার দ্যান জব সিকিং টু জব জেনারেশন, যে এই ফিশারিজ অফ সেক্টরে অনেক বেশি স্কিল যদি অ্যাকোয়ার কেউ করে তাহলে তারা নিজেরাই কিছু করতে পারে, অ্যান্ড দ্যাট ইজ আ very good opportunity that is available in West Bengal.
But say someone graduates from I.F.F and wants to start off, that minimum seed capital কিরকম লাগবে?
সিড ক্যাপিটাল ডিপেন্ড করে যে ওর কতটা ক্যাপিটাল ইনভেস্টমেন্ট ক্ষমতা আছে। এবার যার ক্যাপিটাল ইনভেস্টমেন্ট ক্ষমতা আছে 1 লাখ, তাকে সেই 1 লাখের বেসিসে প্রজেক্ট বলতে হবে। যার ক্যাপিটাল ইনভেস্টমেন্ট আছে 10 লাখ, তাকে সেই 10 লাখ হিসাবে বলতে হবে। তো উই ফার্স্ট ট্রাই টু আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড দ্যাট ও কতটা কি করতে পারবে, ওর ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড কি, বা ও কতটা ফরওয়ার্ড নিয়ে যেতে পারবে। তো তার বেসিসে আমরা ওদেরকে সাজেস্ট করতে পারি যে কি করতে চায় এবং
মানে মিনিমাম 1 লাখ টাকা হলেও শুরু করা যাবে।
Definitely, why not?
Okay. আচ্ছা, and regarding this ancillary industries, সেখানে ধরো what is the skill set required? Say someone other than fishery, he wants to act as a support service there. Then what is the skill set required? মানে আর কোন কোন ফিল্ডে যেতে পারে? তুমি তো গ্রস ওভারভিউ দিলে।
বেসিক্যালি দেখো, অ্যাঞ্জিলারি ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে একটা ফ্যাক্টর কি হয়, দ্যাট ইট ইজ বেসিক্যালি ডিপেন্ডেন্ট অন দ্য মেইন ইন্ডাস্ট্রি। সো অ্যাঞ্জিলারি ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে তুমি যাই করো, ফর এক্সাম্পল তুমি একটা কিছু সফটওয়্যার ডেভেলপ করছো, ইয়োর ফিল্ড আই এম টেলিং ইউ, সফটওয়্যার ডেভেলপ করছো একটা প্রসেসিং প্ল্যান্টে, রাইট দ্য র মেটেরিয়াল এন্ট্রি থেকে এক্সপোর্ট যখন হচ্ছে, ইউ আর maintaining the entire traceability. Right now these softwares are being sold to the exporters at a very premium price, something around 30 lakhs or 35 lakhs. তো যখন এই সফটওয়্যারটা তুমি বানাবে তখন তোমাকে ফিশারিজের একটা নলেজ লাগবে যে র মেটেরিয়াল কি করে আসছে, কি করে বেরিয়ে যাচ্ছে। সো এই নলেজটার জন্য এই অ্যাঞ্জিলারি ইন্ডাস্ট্রি গুলো কি করছে, সি ফুডের লোকেদেরকে এমপ্লয় করছে।
Okay. Now, fine. And if I look at the other way, that means the I.F.F student, তাহলে আমি যদি সেই সফটওয়্যার ইন্ডাস্ট্রি যেতে চাই, তাহলে বেসিক তার কি সফটওয়্যার স্কিলস লাগবে যাতে ওখানে অপরচুনিটি বাড়ে? বেসিক স্পেসিফিক কোনো স্পেসিফিক প্ল্যাটফর্মে কাজ হয়, এরকম কিছু আছে কি না?
না, সেরকম কোনো স্পেসিফিক প্ল্যাটফর্মে কোনো কাজ হয় না, জাভাতেই বেসিক্যালি কাজ হয়। মিনিমাম রিকোয়ারমেন্ট অফ জাভা অ্যান্ড সাম ওরাকল নলেজ উইল বি হেল্পফুল।
ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ। ঠিক আছে, আমি নদীদিকে বলছি যে আমাদের এইটা মিটলে যদি একটা ফর্মালি করা যায় স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্ট প্রোগ্রাম।
ডেফিনেটলি।
ঠিক আছে, থ্যাংক ইউ। ঠিক আছে নদী, সো উইল ক্লোজ ফর টুডে।
Yes, I think tomorrow we'll meet again at 5 o'clock, and thank you Orchiman, really মানে খুব হেল্পফুল, it's really আমাদের কাছে, and I hope we'll keep in touch in future also. Thank you Archon Kanti Das. I think he is not here. I'm thankful to our advisory committee, Dr. Shomir Shaha. I don't know whether he is here or not, and respectable our teacher and sir, Dr. Shotendranath Moitro. I don't know whether he is here or not.
আমি একটা কথা বলতে চাই।
And that's why I'm telling, আমি আপনাকে বলতে বলছি, and I'm thankful for your good advisor board. This is for you only. This department is now there. So please tell something.
Orchiman.
Sir.
I feel proud of you.
Sir, I am also feeling very proud, and I thank all my teachers, sir. Especially যারা I.F.F এ আজকে আমি যেখানে বসে আছি, sir, I feel like I'm very proud to be sitting in the benches of that I.F.F, and which was headed by you, sir. আমার এখনো I still remember my father and you having a talk that industrial fisheries এর কি ফিউচার আছে। যখন আমরা ফিউচার নিয়ে হাত পা মারছি, you were the only one to lit a torch in the dark, and না হবে, এটা হবে, তুমি দেখে থাকো। So really sir, I'm very proud of you, and I really thank for giving me an opportunity to speak before my teachers who once used to make me study out of it. So thank you very much, sir.
I pray for your more and more ascendance.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Okay, tomorrow we'll meet again at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. Yes. Yes.
ওরচিকে একটু কংগ্রাচুলেট করতে চাই।
Yes, you can do that.
করছি
Yes, madam.
ভালো থাকিস, এরকম ভাবে ছাত্রদের পাশে থাকিস, আরো ওদের
We
এগিয়ে
need
যেতে
you.
সাহায্য কর। হ্যাঁ,
Thank you, ma'am.
আরো
Thank you, ma'am.
এগিয়ে হ্যাঁ।
We need you, Orchi, to develop more entrepreneur in this field. Okay, thank you.
Please, madam. I'll be waiting for that, ma'am. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, thank you. We'll
Okay,
meet soon.
bye.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, thank you. Thank you all participants. Tomorrow we'll meet at 5 o'clock evening. Okay, thank you
Thank you.
all participants.